are the LEGO instruction steps. We've had to go through some terrible things just to build certain sets. So in this video, you're gonna see instruction steps that were literally designed to make you rage. For the first one, imagine it's 2007 and you're building the Imperial landing craft set from LEGO Star Wars. You're just following along with the instructions, then you get to step 27 on page 20, and there's just nothing. Like, the step number is there, the parts box is there, but it's completely empty. It's like LEGO just forgot to finish designing the page. And the weirdest part is that this made it all the way to the final printed manual, and it never got revised.
This is an average minifigure I named Jeff, but I built one of the most complex cinematic universes just around this simple minifigure. So in this video, I'm going to show you the entire story of Jeff, from him trying to save his best friend all the way to his evil villain arc, with a couple fireworks, flamethrowers, and lasers along the way. And stick to the end because there is a ton of new lore about Jeff that has never been shown before. This is the entire story of Jeff so far. This is Jeff as a kid, and this is his father, Jeffrey Brickman II. And his father works at a science lab, where him and his co-worker Bob test out new experiments. Jeff also had his pet/best friend, Dave the Deer. And Dave the Deer and Kid Jeff would always be playing together while Jeff's dad was out working at his job. One day, Jeff's father brought Jeff to the lab to show him some of the cool stuff he works on. But at one point, Jeff's father was working on the computer, and Jeff, being very curious, saw this really cool looking machine, so he walked into it, checking it out, not realizing it was activated. "No, Jeff, what are you doing?" But it was too late. The machine ended up giving him cloning powers, which he'll figure out how to use later. A couple months later, Jeff's father was at the lab again, working on one of the machines, until he noticed a shadowy figure in the lab. The shadowy figure had placed something on one of the machines and jumped away. Jeff's father realized it was a bomb, so he tried to run away as fast as he could. But he couldn't get away fast enough. The lab exploded. And after that day, Jeff never saw his father again. Many years passed, and Jeff still grew up with Dave the Deer, still being best friends. And also in that time frame, Jeff started figuring out how to use his cloning ability. One day, Jeff and Dave were going on a walk, but Dave wasn't paying attention and saw a car coming straight at him. The car accidentally hit Dave, launching Dave all the way to the moon. So Jeff knew he had to save him. So his plan was simple: to use all of his money to buy and maybe steal a bunch of vehicles to save Dave the Deer. This is the $10 billion SpaceX Starship built in LEGO. It's almost as tall as me. And this is a $500 million super yacht built in LEGO. It literally has a roller coaster on the side of it. I'm gonna be building some of the most expensive vehicles on Earth in LEGO, but we're gonna start with a $1 car. And while I'm building this $1 car, I want to introduce you to Jeffrey Brickman III. Or you can just call him Jeff for short. Now, Jeff is a very, very rich minifigure because he wanted Mr. Beast's last to keep hand on Tesla wins all of Elon Musk's money challenge. Hey, wait, I didn't sign up for this. Now, his pet deer named Dave somehow got stuck on the moon. Don't ask me how. And he really wants to save him and bring him back home. The only problem is he can only spend a certain amount of money each day. So for day one, he could only spend $1. That's why he bought this $1 junkyard car. I used transparent pieces to make a broken glass windshield. It only has one wheel. Hey, but at least the steering wheel spins, right? Jeff popped into the car and drove to his house. Very, very slowly. And while Jeff is on his way, I'm gonna build his house. Jeff lives in this very nice A-frame cabin, and Jeff finally made it just before his car died. Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna be needing that car anymore. It was starting to get late, so Jeff walked into his house, walked up the stairs, and jumped in his bed. And Jeff fell asleep. And now Jeff was energized and ready to go save his pet deer. For day two, he could spend $100. So he bought a red bike. He hopped on the bike and set off to save Dave. And now Jeff was energized and ready to go save his pet deer.
Conciencia fonológica y conocer las letras, que técnicamente es conciencia fonológica y el principio alfabético. Una cosa es saber recitar el alfabeto y otra cosa es la idea de principio.
And now Jeff was energized and ready to go save his pet deer.
Vamos a empezar por conciencia fonológica. ¿Alguien de acá tiene alguna idea de cuando yo digo conciencia fonológica, en qué están pensando?
And now Jeff was energized and ready to go save his pet deer. For day 2, he could spend $100. So he bought a red bike. He hopped on the bike and set off to save Dave the deer off the moon. Jeff traveled far and wide trying to find something very specific. He was trying to find a ramp. Jeff backed up a bit, and then with all of his power, he pedaled as fast as he could, going straight up the ramp. He flew through the air thinking he was gonna make it to the moon. Yeah, that wasn't really the smartest idea, and now the bicycle broke. I moved the bicycle and the ramp, and while Jeff is laying there pretty much sleeping, I'm gonna build the $10,000 car. And here is the car all built. It has some pretty nice headlights, some small black wheels, and a transparent blue windshield. So Jeff hopped into his new car and drove all day and all night to get to the next vehicle.
¿Cómo puedo aumentar la visibilidad digital de mi marca? Toma la delantera con Senras One.
The next vehicle came down in a mystery box, and it is a $100,000 custom Lego Tesla. I think it looks a lot better than Jeff's small $10,000 car. You can take off the windshield, revealing the inside, and it has space to fit 2 minifigures in it. Jeff really liked the new Tesla, so he decided to blow up his old car with TNT. Just like you should blow up the subscribe button. Jeff hopped into the $100,000 Tesla, and he drove off with it. Hey, wait, where are you taking my Tesla? No, first all my money is gone, and now my Tesla's been stolen. I need to call the AI cops. Yeah, someone stole my Tesla. Now Jeff had a real problem. A completely autopilot police car was now chasing after Jeff. So Jeff had to get away from the police car somehow. He tried to quickly make a U-turn, but the police car followed him. Jeff just kept driving, trying to get away from the police car, but the police car would not stop chasing him. That's when Jeff had an idea. Okay, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm serious. He blew up the Tesla. The police car approached the destroyed Tesla, and he didn't see Jeff in sight. So the police car drove away. But Jeff was right behind the destroyed Tesla. Now, because he destroyed the Tesla, he needs to walk to the next vehicle. And now it was getting pretty late again, so he put down a crafting table, built a bed, went to sleep, woke back up, and continued on his journey. Jeff finally made it to the next vehicle, the $250,000 Disneyland train. The train has 4 sections, being the front engine, the coal cart, the passenger cart, and the caboose. Oh boy! There's a bunch of seating in the passenger cart for all these minifigures to sit in. And the wall to the caboose can open to see what's inside and what is happening in here. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Now Jeff needs the train to drive to the next vehicle, but the only person standing in his way is Mickey Mouse. So he had to come up with a very thought out plan to take the train for himself. That's when he had an idea. He would have to quickly run to the back of the train without anyone noticing. Then he would have to climb up to the top of the caboose, run across the top of the entire train, rip open the top of the train, grab Mickey, chuck him to who knows where, and take control of the train. Whoa, I want to go get a sandwich. I'll be right back. Or he just left. That's easier. So Jeff hopped into the front of the train, and Jeff peacefully drove the train away until he completely drove off the track. I think Jeff went a little crazy. We got a runaway train. He drove the train until he crashed right into the next vehicle. So I'm gonna quickly clean up the train. Now we can drop our next vehicle onto Jeff, which is the $1 million Lamborghini Countach. I hope I pronounced that right. So let's rip this thing open and get to building. I attached the 4 wheels, and then the $1 million Lamborghini was built. This thing looks really clean and has some really nice details. Now Jeff had to take the Lamborghini from the driver. Hey, you won't hurt me, right? Right? Oh, okay, you can have it. I'm gonna call the cops. Yeah, a guy in an orange shirt stole my Lamborghini. Then some dude in a different vehicle approached him. Hey, you wanna race? Jeff just stared at him really weird. I'm gonna say that was a yes. So I guess Jeff raced him. They raced for a while until the cops pulled up again. Stop your vehicle now. Oh, I guess it's time for me to dip. And the police chased Jeff once again, until Jeff made it to the next vehicle. I attached the parts together to build the $10 million Lego tank. The police car was still chasing after him, so Jeff hopped into the tank, drove over to the police car, locked on him, and blew up the police car. So Jeff quickly decided to run away as fast as possible. And just for fun, he ran over the Lamborghini. Jeff drove the tank for a while, all the way to the next vehicle, which was a $100 million custom Lego fighter jet. These vehicles are starting to get very expensive. Jeff got out of his tank and climbed into the fighter jet, and he flew off into the sky. Until Jeff had, yet again, another problem.
I heard someone called for Batman.
And Captain Green?
Oh yeah, I forgot you were here. Let's take out this orange shirt guy.
Someone called for Batman to take down Jeff, so Batman and Captain Green chased Jeff in their Batwing. And the Batwing started shooting at Jeff's jet, but they missed. But while Jeff was being chased, he noticed a commercial airplane flying nearby. So Jeff knew exactly what to do.
Ahí totalmente abstracta.
He's dropping down. Chase after
Que
him.
le puedo mostrar a los niños animales.
Wait, no.
Nunca palabras escritas, porque ya no es más conciencia fonológica. Entonces, es algo que yo hago antes. Y tiene que, ¿se acuerdan de esto de la primera clase? Estos eran todos los sonidos del mundo. Y más o menos para los 8 meses, en cada lengua nos quedamos con, solo distinguimos los sonidos de nuestra lengua. ¿Se acuerdan de esto? Yo lo conté en la primera clase. Estos son fonemas. En Finlandia, en la Universidad de Jyväskylä, hubo un estudio famoso, que es este, el estudio longitudinal de Finlandia, de Jyväskylä, que lo que hicieron fue tomar a familias, muchas familias, que la señora estaba embarazada, y que en un grupo de familias, el padre o la madre tenían dislexia, y en otro grupo no, es decir, había antecedentes de dislexia en una familia y en el otro no. Y lo que hicieron fue...
Playable is not just where you build, it's where people find what you make. Your game is posted on the feed. Strangers discover it, play it, and remix it into something new. The next big social platform won't start with photos.
This is one of the coolest houses in America, and this is it in Lego. Because today is day 2 of traveling to the top 5 coolest Airbnbs in America to investigate them so that I can turn them into official looking Lego sets. In yesterday's video, we stayed at a 60-foot tower in Georgia and built it into a 4,000-piece Lego set. But the Airbnb we're staying at today is in Utah, which means this is the only video we're not flying on an airplane. We'll be driving for 8 hours. So we woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning so we would make...
que después
This is a rich LEGO minifigure, and this is a poor one. Today I'm building houses for each of them to live in and simulating a LEGO revolution to see which side would win. I would have to dozen